Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I have some sunlight coming in here. I don't want to be outside because it's so hot, but I don't want to be away from the sunshine. So I have my front door open and my screen door shut and glassed up and everything. So I have some sun rays coming in, and I can see the sun outside. And now my dog's going after a fly on the window. I might have to shut the door. But I went to my local metaphysical fair. They showed up in town this weekend. We have one every spring, summer, winter, fall. It's a big thing that takes up the weekend. So today was it actually started yesterday. Today is July 13th, 2024. Yesterday was July 12th, 2024, my husband's birthday. He is out of town trying to catch a shark. That was on his bucket list by the time he hit 50, which was yesterday. And so, yeah, here we are. So he's out of state, and I went to Metaphysical Fair and was very intrigued by what I witnessed today. I actually went to a couple of the classes that they have, not classes, but seminars that they have. I wound up watching a past life one, and then I watched another lady talk about being an empath and what that entails, and being a medium and what that entails, and it was very enlightening. And I wound up actually doing a reading with her later. I actually wound up buying this cute little turtle because he's so adorable. So now I have a little tiny Buddha and this red turtle. They're super cute. I got some nerve arthritis pain stuff, and let me tell you, I've been having a lot of pain in my arm. I'm actually it smells really good too. I'm actually going to the doctor the 14th for them to do a nerve test on my arm. And it was hurting so bad when I went in there, and by the time actually bought this, went to eat, bought this, went to eat, before I started eating, I put this on. By the time I was done eating, the pain was gone, and I'm like, wow. So I got this lady's number, and I'll post a link to that below if I remember. And then the lady that did my reading, she does aura charts as well, aura colors, when she does the reading. And it was funny because she's the first person that's ever really told me, you need to be writing. Why aren't you writing? And of course, I know I'm a writer, but at the same time, no one's ever told me that was my purpose. And she did. And it was weird because a friend of mine went with me, and it was just like, what is happening? But she wrote, she said, all I keep getting from your guides is reading rainbow. So she drew a book open and then the rainbow, and then Teehee laughed because she asked my guides a question, and my guides were like, started laughing. And so she was laughing, and she was like, your guides are kind of snarky. And I'm like, why? She said, because they want you to know that if you want to know why they're laughing, you need to pick up a pen and start writing. And I'm like, I got full body chills. It was amazing, crazy. This lime green color apparently is my aura, with streaks of dark purple in it, which she said is a very good thing. She said she also sees like almost like firework pops of streaks of different colors in them also. So, and she said that just means that there's stuff that's getting ready to explode for me. And I just thought that was very, very interesting. She said it's so close. I said, I've been getting told that for like 3-4 years now. Nothing's happened. She said, it's so close at this moment. It's touching your sleeve of your shirt. That's how close it is. She said, so when I say soon, she said, I hate saying the word soon, but when I say soon, it's happening. It's that close to you. And so I just found it very fascinating. And we were there for like 6 hours today. We did a couple of the seminars. The past life lady, actually had this deck, which is one of my favorites. So I thought, because I haven't done one in a while, that I would do a past life spread with you guys. I haven't done this spread in a very long time, like 2 years. But I'm using my Stretch Tarot. I've already done a meditation and pulled the cards for the 10 questions. This paper I printed off. It looks gross. It's got stained all over it. It's from Shuffle Tarot. She posted this November 5th, 2018. It's my past life spread. She got this, I think, out of Aleister Crowley, one of his books. But I've kept it in this book that goes with this deck, and I might pull this deck out for more clarification. I actually have it sitting here. So I'm going to go through these 10 questions. Yeah, that's coffee stain and everything else. I probably should write it down because I can't find the video now. So I can't reprint this off the video. So anyway, I might just have to write the spread down. So anyway, without further ado, so the first question in this spread is, who was I in a past life? And we got Judgment. But we also have like a sarcophagus, almost, transformation. I just keep hearing the cleaner. I was the cleaner. Maybe I was somebody that took out the body parts in Egypt. That's very fascinating because I've always felt I had a connection with Egypt, but I've never pulled card. I've done many past life spreads. Never had one for Egypt. Interesting. I just keep hearing the cleaner. I was the cleaner. That's weird, right? So maybe I was the person that took one of the people that took out their, but I thought those were like monks, like religious, spiritual monks that took out the organs before they wrapped the body. I don't know. That's quite interesting. But I just keep hearing the cleaner. I was the cleaner. See, I love this spread because I love doing past life spreads in general because you never know what you're going to get. So card 2, where did I live? Where did I live? And I got the 9 of Swords. And I do love this deck because it says cruelty. It has keywords on the minors. So cruelty, there's all these photos on the wall. It almost feels like a, maybe a basement somewhere. Like, I don't know all the history of where these monks lived. But I don't feel like they were, maybe I did so much of this job that I stayed in some kind of dark area. And look, there's a lady peeking through right there. This almost feels like, you're seeing them, the stages right here. Interesting, but this is the first stage and then this is the second stage. Interesting. It says, where did I live? I don't get any time or place in that. But I still do get a very Egyptian vibe. And this is almost like a mummy here. Interesting. Number 3, was I happy? We got the 9 of Swords. And the keyword is passion. So I did what I loved. I wouldn't think I would have. I see myself being a loner. Like, the person that does the cleaning of the body and maybe cleansing it, washing it. Maybe that was something that was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Soothing. Because it to me feels like a very alone job. Interesting. Number 4, who was my soulmate? So number 4 and 5 I have issue with because I feel like we carry every lifetime, we carry the same soulmate. Whether they're male, female, whatever, is a whole other story. But I feel like in my heart that it's the same person. We would recognize them lifetime to lifetime, if that makes any sense. So we're just going to go through the questions anyway. So number 4 is, who is my soulmate? So I do feel in this, I was a man, and this was the woman, or my husband now. He was a woman in that lifetime. So I did have someone. I've had one of these before where I feel like there was, what do you call it? Where there was unrequited love, but it was the same person. Like, it was still my husband, but he didn't recognize, and I was a female in that life too. He didn't recognize that I was his soulmate. because he had other things he had to do in that life than be with a woman. So I just found that very interesting. And then this one here, it's almost like our roles were flipped. I was the male, bringing home money and stuff. But I also feel like, and this is virtue. Here is the key word. I feel, and she's looking like almost like a seer, like she had her own ambitious goals as well. Interesting, because he's like that now. Number 5, is it the same soulmate from this life? Yes, very much so. I feel like, and it's perception is the key word on the Queen of Swords here. But I've actually also gotten this card where it was a suicide before, so I feel very much he was the feminine version of what he is today. But it's the same person. Perception. It's my perception of how I see that. Interesting. So number 6, did I have children? Opportunity. So again, we've got this female energy here with the previous 2 cards. I feel like he was very much a female in this past life and I was the male. There may have been opportunity, but I still don't feel there was children. Here she is alone. She's a ballerina. And like I said before here, she had her own ambitions, her own job the things that she wanted to strive for. And here there's a dancer, almost like a magician's assistant, whatever. So I do feel very much like she was her own person. And maybe she didn't want kids or whatever the case might be. So I don't feel like there was kids either. Number 7, what did I do for a living? What did I do for a living? And I got temperance. And temperance to me is all about balance. So there's maybe there's a balance between home and work. I had that in that life. Oh, you know what? That could very well be why this is coming up. Because I also believe that whatever lifetime comes up for a reason. And every past lifetime I've done readings on before, every one of them, there was a specific thing in that reading that I was like, oh, this is also that moment, because I'm very unbalanced in my life now, between work and home. And I've said this before in a past life reading. I've had a couple of the past life readings come up where, I was very much satisfied in my work life, but I was not in my home life. And then there would be where I'd be satisfied in my home life, but not in work. And this life, I feel like I'm just treading water on both. And that could be a societal thing, but it also feels like I'm either not doing a good job in both, or I am doing a good job in both. There's never a balance there. You know what I mean? And so this could very well be what this life is bringing to the table. Is like, you may not have had kids, but you had a great wife, great marriage. You had a job that you loved. You had the balance. That's interesting. So that was, what did I do for a living? Yeah, the balance. And there's music there too. Interesting. Number 8, how did I die? And we got the freaking 5 of Wands. Are you freaking... I told y'all many times, this is my stalker card. If there's any kind of negativity in a spread that I do, guarantee this card is going to come up. She just slammed the door open. Trying to catch a fly. Hold on a second. Okay. So the key word on it is strife. And it's, how did I die? I immediately heard poverty. Maybe at some point he got pushed out of his job, or I'm not positive on how the death happened, or how the poverty happened. But I mean, there's strife. Maybe she passed away and I lost my mind. I don't know. But strife does lead me to believe it's one of those couple things. Interesting. What was my life lesson? I'm almost scared to look. Got the King of Pentacles guidance. That small, still voice in your head that says, hey, go right, not left. Left is filled with chaos and disappointment. Right is the right path. Listening to that guidance is key, I think, in this lifetime as well. So that's quite interesting. And number 10, what do I need to learn in this life? This life. King of Swords. Oh my God. It says authority. Interesting. I needed to learn to listen in this life. And in this one, I need to find my voice. I need to voice myself. And when I did the reading earlier, she very much said the same thing, that I need to learn to voice myself in this life. I need to get out there. She saw me writing many, many, many books. And I'm like, how can I get past da 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 da? And she's like, well, if you do da 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 da. And a part of it was guidance also, but, also voicing, hey, I need this. I need you to do this for me, or I need this from this person. Call in those favors of all the people I've helped over the years find their way. It's almost like calling in those specific favors for people to see if they can help me find my guidance, my balance, my authority, my voice. So that's quite interesting. Quite interesting. That's the spread I have. So now I'm going to pull a couple cards because I want a little bit more on how did I die in this past life. First of all, where did I live? Where did I live? We got the Lover's card again. Now this deck usually it's got a word here. The Lovers is the card. So Lovers is the keyword here for the past life. Now, if I don't have a date or anything here, I go off of when the art was made. So it says 1770. Mars and Venus Allegory, A Piece by Louis Jean-Francois Legendre, 1770. So in that era, I would say, and that's kind of what I was feeling like before, that's maybe a time frame. Who was I in a past life? I'm just going to do a couple cards here. Who was I in a past life? Karmic connection. Interesting. I have all women here, but that could very well be me as a boy born to these women. And this is 1880. This is Six of Cups. Six of Cups, of course, is childhood memories. Wow. And it's got this child here remembering all these females in his life. Maybe he had a lot of females around. Now, how did I die? How did I die? How did I die? How did I die? Chronic illness, see? And that would give you strife. That makes total freaking sense. Wow, I figured out how to use these two together. That's crazy, because I've never done this like this before. Chronic illness. Interesting. So now I'm going to pull from my past life oracle, and we're just going to pull a couple cards to see what else it wants to tell me. What else does this past life need me to know, or what does it want to tell me? Any information would be great. I saw her pull this deck out today, and I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, yeah, this is an out-of-print deck. I'm like, yep, it is, and I got one. I didn't say that out loud, of course, but this one's trying to pop out. Angels. Knighthood. and father. So I didn't feel like there was children, but maybe I was a father figure to someone because I did say monk in the beginning, and I don't know that, or priest of sorts, because I think that's when you pull out the, if you're like doing embalming or something like that, but maybe I wasn't in Egypt in that time. Let me see. Does it say, let's say, where did I live? Let's go back to where did I live here. Because I do feel there's a very strong military connection. Where did I live? I got 2 cards that fell out. Turkey and plague. So maybe Turkey? Interesting. And maybe I was a father figure to someone. Or I still feel like, I still keep hearing the cleaner. So I don't know what all that means. I do feel like there was an illness that took me. That's quite interesting. And then the angels were there when I passed. Interesting. One more quick card before I run out of time. I'm just going to see what this deck says. This is the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. This is the bigger version. I cannot shuffle like that. I don't know why I'd even try. Anything else we want to know? We need to know. Axe. Boot. And pitchfork. See, now I'm going back to the cleaner part where it's almost like these are tools and I wore these heavy duty boots maybe to because of the area I was cleaning in. The axe is a tool I used, and the pitchfork almost feels like I was not people saw me as the devil or a certain way because of the job I had, because of how I did my job. I did my job and I did it well. And people were like, how could you possibly do that? Like, how could you do a job like that? It's so disgusting or degrading. Almost like if you're cleaning sewers, people are like, why are you doing that? Kind of feeling is what I'm feeling here. That's interesting. And maybe people don't understand if you're, like today, if somebody's an embalmer, or that's where I keep coming back to, like an embalmer or a morgue person, they're like, don't it ever get to you? And if it doesn't, why not? Like, that's what I'm getting from the pitchfork. This feeling of you must be a psycho or something bad wrong with you if you like this job. Interesting. So that's all I have for y'all. I just wanted to check out my past life because I wanted to see. Went through that seminar today, and I'm like, that's pretty cool how she did it, what she did. And so I wanted to just do another spread to see what's going on. If you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And if you want me to do a past life reading for you, I will be happy to. Just let me know in the comments below. And you guys have a good night. Bye.